Hi everyone! In this video, you are going to learn about the differences between postulates, theorems, and conjectures. So a postulate is a statement that is accepted as true without proof. So these are the fundamentals of our systems of mathematics that we have to agree are true to be able to do anything else. At some point, we just have to accept that that's how numbers work. Theorems, on the other hand, are statements that are true that have been proven. So you can use postulates or other theorems to prove that these statements are true. Now, when we want to use postulates and theorems, we use them the same way because they are both sets of true statements. But for mathematicians, postulates are things that we accept, and there is only a very small category of statements that are postulates, and then everything else has to be proven first before you can use it. And then conjectures, on the other hand, are statements that have not been proven true or false. They're hypotheses, they're observations. So you might look at a situation and say, I think I see a pattern here, but you would have to then do additional mathematics to prove that that is true. So let's think of some postulates. Postulates would be like our addition postulate, the idea that 1 plus 1 equals 2. That is something that we have to accept. You could also think that all right angles are congruent is a postulate, because it is just something that we are accepting as true. On the other hand, theorems could be things like the Pythagorean theorem, that a squared plus b squared equals c squared theorem that you've learned in geometry. That is a theorem. Pythagoras in ancient Greece had to prove that that was true, and once he did, mathematicians are able to use that. Conjectures, on the other hand, could be any hypothesis or a guess that you make based on observations. So that would be just something that you see a pattern and you say, I think that this is the case. But we don't know if that is actually true all the time, or maybe it was just something we saw once. So what is the difference between a theorem and a conjecture? A theorem has been proven to be true, while a conjecture could be true or false. The conjecture is just the statement that you make. You don't know if it's true yet. Now, what's the difference between a postulate and a theorem? A postulate tells us that a postulate is something that is accepted as true. They don't have to be proven because they're so basic. Theorems have to be proven true before we can use them. There are very few postulates in mathematics compared to the number of theorems that there are. Postulates are our basic things. A lot of the things you might learn in geometry will be postulates because you're learning the basics of geometry. But as you move up in your continued mathematics, you get a lot more theorems. So let's try two examples. Or let's try one example. On Monday, Ms. White walked outside and saw it was raining. She said, on Mondays it rains. Is this a postulate, a theorem, or a conjecture? Why? So the first thing we can ask is it a postulate? Is this a statement that we can just accept as true without proof? No, we cannot. A postulate, you will be told if a statement is a postulate, because that is by someone who is creating this category of mathematics that we're in. Is it a theorem? Has that statement, on Mondays it rains, been proven to be true in all circumstances? No, it has not. We don't know what's going to happen next Monday, and it doesn't talk about what happened last Monday. Ms. White made that observation based on one day of going outside. Because that was made on one observation, and we don't know if it's true in every case, it is going to be a conjecture because it has not been proven true or false yet. So it's a conjecture because it has not been proven true or false. Without a proof, it cannot be a postulate or a theorem. Thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to note what you learned in this video and your questions in the final section of your notes. Have a great day.